Hey y'all, welcome to Nat and Grace Revelations. This is Carol Tia. This is going to be a reading for Gemini, April 2023. He is cracking up. He is cracking up. What you laughing at? The drama. That's funny. It makes me wonder if humor is a factor with Gemini energy or something, because he just keeps giving me like this real big laugh, like covering his mouth, like, ah, ha, ha, ha. It's so silly. Mouth. La boca. La boca. La boca. Yeah, so it's, this looks fun. I'm seeing salsa dancing. You may be trying new things throughout April. This looks fun, y'all. Gemini, you may be on the go a lot, maybe traveling, maybe getting ready to kind of do something, especially if you're traveling overseas or traveling like to where water is of some sort, or you may be in a space to where you kind of have been in your feelings a lot, and it's kind of pushing people away from you because they seem like they're frustrated with you. You look really stressed out, or look as if you've been in a space where you don't really like being bothered, you know? But it's because you're still trying to kind of balance out your emotions, and people may be rushing you into doing things that you may not be ready to do, you know? You may feel like you're kind of like being told what to do in a sense, but it's more by like, hey, suggestions, you know? And it's kind of like, shut the fuck up. Like, that's where you are, you know? STFU. So it's interesting to me, Gemini, because it feels like people, you may not speak up about what your triggers are, you know? You may not be like very clear about what is bothering you, or you may feel like it's being emotional to talk about how you feel, or, you know, to just like, you don't want to complain, you know, but it's showing in the way that you're treating the people closest to you. And it's making them feel like setting themselves free, you know, work, family, friend, or romantic, or making them feel like you want to like cut yourself off, you know, cut yourself out of these relationships, these partnerships, because they're too stressful, you know. It just seems like you kind of are confused, or maybe confused about why you're feeling all of this tension, or why all of this arguing is going on. Why is all this conflict happening? Why are these disconnects happening? What happened here? What's going on? But it feels like somebody broke a bond or trust, you know, and it feels like it's something that they may not be able to get past. It feels like issues with communication are a really big factor, or gaps in communication may be a really big factor. But it feels like it's going to help someone start to feel more comfortable being alone physically. So you may be with people who are very clingy, or these could even be clingy children. You get what I'm saying? I don't care if this is a clingy pet. You know, you could be being clingy, whatever. Like, somebody is not safe when they're alone, or they don't feel comfortable being alone. So they may require like constant company. But it feels like it's because they spent a lot of time by themselves. So they may not, or it could be the other way around, to where this entity does not like being attached to people because they've spent so much time alone. You put the shoe on whatever foot, you know? It feels like isolation has played a really big role in somebody's life, and it's giving them this ability to just not really need to communicate, to not really feel the need to bounce their thoughts, ideas, plans, whatever, feelings off of other people, because they've had to manage these on their own. And it's really turned them into a very mature person. But you can see that they're very, very introspective and internalize a lot instead of expressing it. So this big, strong energy is carrying the weight of the world on them. They just make it look good, you know? It's like this energy seems very, very tired, or like they just want to cry, or like they're hurt, they're hurting. But they don't want anyone to see it or don't want anyone to know. I have Taurus, Virgo here. Keep hearing Tisa. Aries. Water is here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Donnie. Somebody that may be like a DJ or does something to where like music production of some sort is a factor. Audio visual work. Sound feels like a factor here. But it feels like the truth about something, and the truth about a separation, you know? The truth about how someone feels about this separation, or how they feel being away or apart from this person or from these people. It seems like it's not that they don't miss them. It's not that they don't care. It just seems like it's easier to cope or manage their emotions alone than to kind of push this stuff off on others, or to kind of like, you know, like once they get themselves together, they'll be back around. But it's almost like people have to accept someone's way of coping. And it's like, well, why are you spending time with your fam or your friends, but not your family? Or why are you feel me? Why can you kind of like, it's like this is their way of healing. And they don't know how to communicate that, but they may now be understanding that. Like living this fast-paced lifestyle gives them the ability to constantly distract themselves from this weight of the world that they're carrying. Because this weight that they're carrying doesn't even feel like it's from current situations. It's more from the past. Like I said, past isolation or feeling left out in some type of way, forgotten about, you know, maybe feeling neglected or unheard, you know, because it's almost as if this entity went like, again, a lot of time without like anyone paying them any mind or something. Like they seem like they were kind of just out here. I don't know how that's going to resonate. I don't know, you know. So they may be a loner that to their family or to the person closest to them, but they may look very outgoing when they're with other people, or like, you get what I'm saying? It's something like that may be a really big factor. But no, like sometimes introverted people are outgoing with the people closest to them. You get what I'm saying? But when they're around people that they do not know, they're going to be a very quiet individual or somebody completely different because they're not comfortable, you know? It's just, I don't know, like introverts understand. It's like you can be an introvert but still be extroverted, you know? Like, I don't know. You can be an introvert but still be the life of the party amongst your social circle, you know? It was like the letter D is a big factor here. The letter D, and I keep hearing meanie or mimi, my mimi, mommy, my aunt, mond, and then I keep hearing Aunt D, auntie or Aunt D. So Gemini, you're not crazy or going crazy, but people may think that you're acting crazy, and they may be blaming it on the alcohol. They may be blaming it on some type of substance. They may be blaming it on your lifestyle. They may be blaming it on your lover. They may be blaming it on all kinds of things, but you know like what's going on with you. You honestly look like you're happy, but you want to be happy elsewhere. And you still have like qualms or concerns about making this decision or about the decisions that you've made to kind of like create this reality for yourself or creating this new reality for yourself. Something here is not working out for you, and it seems like you're kind of tired of it, maybe burnt out. It could even be like your job, you know? You just seem like you don't want to do this anymore, but because it feels like a waste of time. And you know that there's something that would maybe pay you better or that you would enjoy a lot more. So it honestly feels like you kind of may be in a space to where you have to tell the truth, or somebody here has to tell the truth or accept the truth. And this truth feels like their lifestyle does not go along with your goals, you know, or this lifestyle is not goal oriented, and there has to be some type of goal set here. You know, you can't just, it's, you get what I'm saying? There has to be a goal, there has to be some type of structure or discipline or some type of order, you know, and it feels like keeping it real about that is a really big factor. So somebody may, I heard, go out 5 days a week is what I heard, but whatever that is, it seems like somebody is looking at them as if they're irresponsible, or it may possibly as if they're an alcoholic, or possibly as if they're emotionally unstable or going through something. But this entity honestly seems like the feelings are mutual. Like whatever is going on here, yes, it's like, it's sad. You know, people are hurting, the disappointment is still there, but the feelings are mutual, you know? So it feels like revisiting the past, so someone's mind can rest, or kind of like being kind, or like returning to someone from the past, or someone from the past returning to you when you need them. Feels like a really big factor. It just seems like coming in the nick of time. Something, and I keep hearing something about a rain, something like that. It's like these people are in love with each other, or these people have so much love for each other, work, family, friend, or romantic, and it may be time to kind of like revisit this connection. It may be time to reconnect. It may be time to kind of like rekindle this flame, or, you know, put a little more, add more fuel to this fire, you know, because it's passion here. There's passion here. It's love. It's like caught up in the rapture type energy, and I love that, Gemini. It just feels like there's this, again, this entity that's spent a lot of time alone, or maybe they're an only child. Like, it's something about them, like, being alone, like, and it may come across as if they don't want to be bothered, but it's not that. It just seems like they bottle up everything, you know? They weren't taught to be able to, like, they couldn't cry. This is an entity that wasn't allowed to cry, or wasn't allowed to express themselves, or didn't have anybody to express themselves to. So they just manage themselves, you know? And it may be something that you have to understand, or something that you have to communicate that bothers you, instead of just kind of like, just, you know what I mean, wilding because it's this ain't what you like. It's like, or going to cheat because somebody is doing something that you don't like. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, cheating is not, you should not be seeking revenge in that type of manner, but that's what it feels like. Somebody's like, I don't like what you're doing, so I'm about to cheat on you. Like, this is childish. Like, I don't like what you're doing, so I'm about to be funny in your face, or do things to try to intentionally get under your skin. And you know what I mean? Be passive aggressive and act like I'm not. Like, it's all of that. And it's just too much. It's too stressful. And other people are starting to see that this energy is taking a toll on someone's psyche, or they're stressing someone out to the point to where it's becoming toxic, you know? And so you may start to question, is it time to wrap this up? Is it time to set up, you know, close up shop? Is it time to set up the boundaries? You know, because it feels like mentally somebody just wants peace, and they have the ability to have that, but they want everything else that's here. It just feels like the energy is just becoming too toxic because of jealousy and aggression. Thank you so much.